Hey guys, welcome back to The Lost Legacy. I'm going to show you another skip. We're here at the top of the axe or whatever when you're climbing outside of the giant Ganesh statues. And we're going to skip the interior of Chapter 5. And that includes the shadow puzzle, that set piece when you're climbing up the ring that falls. It's like 5 minutes of stuff, something like that. But it's really cool, and you skip a sizable section of the game. Once you reach the top of the axe, swing over here, and this is where the skip begins. This one is extremely precise in all aspects of it. It's pretty hard. Once you've done it a couple times, it's not that bad, but it is extremely precise, and I'm sorry about that. But it's cool, and I'm going to try my best to explain this. It's kind of difficult, but I will do my best, and if the people watching this who actually want to try this, I think they'll be able to figure it out based on watching me do it. But what we want to do is drop down to a plane of collision that is like a pixel wide that you can just barely stand on, that's right below us. And there's a very specific place you'll want to hang to do this. See where Chloe's hands are? Like right now, just to the left of them, there's this little scar on the ledge, and now it's on the right. So see that? It's not the one next to Nadine. There's another one over here that's very similar. This is not the one. It's this one right here. And to drop down, I'll see if I can add maybe a screenshot to help explain this. But you want Chloe's left hand to cover the bright spot in the middle of the dark thing just to the left of her hand right now. There's kind of like a dark diamond shape or circle, and there's like a bright dot right in the middle of it. And you want her left hand to just cover that dot. So, you know, like this will work probably. And once it's doing that, you want to drop down with circle and then hold L2 to aim. And you should land on a tiny little plane of collision safely. And then that's only the first part. The next part is equally precise, and maybe a little less precise. But we want to drop down and land on that rock. And there's a very small piece of collision that is not steep enough to push her off. There's just a little section you can land on without falling down. Originally, I aimed my reticle at this green corner here and then jumped forward and I would land on it. Recently, I've been messing that up a lot. You can try it out. Now what I do is I aim the reticle at this the little curve in the rock below me right here. And then I jump forward and then I hold L2 again so she'll aim when she lands. Jump forward, hold L2. I died. Oh my god. All right. This happens a lot. But I'll try it again. I hope it's just because I'm explaining it. This is, in my opinion, this is the hardest jump of the skip. I'll give it one more try, and if I mess it up again, I'm restarting the video. So drop down like I showed you, get your gun out, and jump towards the rock. Hold L2, and you'll land here. There we go. I think that's the hardest jump of the skip. Maybe you'll get it easier than I do. But there you go, we're on here. Next, the next precise jump. We want to grab onto the edge right here. And the way I do this is I aim my reticle at this rock up here. I roll up. The collision here is not what it looks like. It's kind of a gradual slope directly in front of me. And I want to roll up the slope and then jump to the right. And then she'll jump to the edge and grab onto it. So roll forward, jump to the right, and you can grab onto this edge. That's not that difficult. It's just hard to know what to do because the collision is nothing like what the art is here. And once you've climbed up here, you're not quite safe yet, but we're getting close. In the water here, like all of this water has a death plane. If you touch it, you will die. So do not touch the water just yet. What you want to do is grab the edge on this side, climb along to the left, and drop down in this corner. You're safe on this rock. But we can't touch the water, so we want to jump to the top of this wall. And this is another kind of difficult one. I don't think it's as difficult as that second jump, but this is easy to mess up as well. There are many ways to get yourself on the wall, but what I do is if you see exactly where my reticle is, there's this kind of dip in the outline of the rock. I aim right there, and then I roll diagonally forward to the left. So I go up this rock on the side of me, and then I jump in that same direction. And then I hold L2 so that when I land on the wall, I stop moving. Because if you're holding L2, all your forward momentum will stop. So it's a good way to stop yourself. So I'll go ahead and try it out. Roll forward, jump, and I die. Okay, you can ignore what you just saw. We're back here. Let's do it for real this time. Maybe this jump is harder than I gave it credit for. But once you're here, aim around here, roll forward and left, and then jump the same direction. And you should land up here, just like that. It's just that easy. Once you're up here, remember we can't touch the water yet, but we can hang off the edge down below us. So what I like to do is aim and then walk off backwards, and then there you go. To avoid the death region, just go to here and then climb up, and you're safe here. So the death is just that way. It's not over here. And then once you're here, just go along the dam. The art will drop out, most of it at least, but that's fine, we don't need it. And then once you climb to the top of the final staircase, it will unload the current area and load the next, like what it's supposed to be. I think you hit a checkpoint here, so you're safe to fall and die if you want to, but if you pause the game, the area will load in, and you are good to continue as normal. I think even the destructible floor doesn't load in immediately. If you're fast enough, you can get below it, but otherwise, everything is working normally, and you can continue the game. And that skips a bunch of stuff. I don't know. If you played the game, you know. But that's this. If you want to see the skip actually in action, just watch the speedrun, and maybe I'll link it. But that is the Ganesh interior skip, and hopefully I'll record something else soon.